Have you been dreaming of having a successful online business? One that consistently brings in $5,000 to $10,000 or more per month? Are you ready to stop spinning your wheels and start enjoying the lifestyle freedom that you keep hearing about? Yet despite your best intentions, your goal is always just out of reach. Does it seem like no matter how many books you read, videos you watch, or questions you ask, you still can't figure it all out? And now you're just about ready to give up? Frankly, I'm not surprised. The truth is, doing everything that needs to be done online to make consistent money is pretty much impossible to do on your own. There's just way too much to do. Believe me, we know, not long ago, we were in the same situation that you are likely in today, dreaming of working for ourselves and not having to worry about money, but still being stuck at square one. Just like you, we wondered, what is the magic that these gurus possess that quote-unquote normal people don't? Well, would you like to know the one simple tweak that every industry leader that I know of has done to their business? Which, when done properly, will always result in 10 times more traffic, leads, and sales to your business? What if I told you that making this simple tweak to your business will 10 times your results without spending a single penny more on advertising than you are right now? Or if you're doing free advertising, it will take you 0 extra time or effort. How about if I told you that you can make this simple tweak in less time than you'll be spending watching this webinar tonight? That's right, one simple tweak that will 10 times your traffic, leads, and sales with 0 extra advertising cost, 0 extra time spent on free marketing, and only 1 to 2 hours of work to implement. Does that sound exciting to you? But before we get into that, I need to warn you. Releasing this video is most likely going to make me the most hated person in this industry. At least among the other system owners, gurus, and other people who are on the inside. Why? Why would they hate me? Nearly every other system owner is lying to you, hiding their profits, and even downright stealing from you, and I'm about to prove it to you. I'm about to call out nearly every system owner and guru on the internet and prove to you that they've been lying to you, hiding the real money from you, and even downright stealing from you. And they're going to hate me for doing it. But I don't care, because plain and simply, it's about time that someone told you the truth. So here goes. The main reason that they're going to hate me is because after you see this webinar recording, you most likely won't ever buy one of their products again. You see, what you most likely have wondered in the past is true. They are intentionally holding back the real secrets to their success. If you've been trying to learn how to make money online for more than a couple minutes, then you've undoubtedly seen one sales page after another that promises that their product will teach you this is the real secret. This is all you'll ever need to know to be able to make money online, and just about every other hype-filled promise of internet riches. If, of course, you fork over some of your hard-earned money and trust that what they're going to be telling you is actually true. But that right there is the catch. The long-term viability of their business, in their eyes, is dependent on one thing: putting together one product after another and convincing you to buy it with slick sales copy again and again. Next month, the month after that, the month after that, etc. Otherwise, they won't make any more money. So believe it or not, they are intentionally holding back the real secrets to their success. It's actually planned and designed into their products. They find some new strategy that's working, they share it with their friends who are on the inside, they milk it for all it's worth, and when it stops working for them, they see how many different ways they can break it up and sell it without actually showing you how to do what they're doing. Because if they actually revealed the real secrets to you, they create 2 problems for themselves. First, you become their competition. And second, you certainly wouldn't need to buy their product next month, right? That makes sense, right? Well, that's what sets us apart from pretty much every other guru in the industry. We're all about what we call results in advance. You see, we've sold technology and coaching programs for as much as $25,000. And over the years, I can't tell you how many times I've heard, if your training, strategy, or technique is so good, then why won't you give me access to it and then just let me decide after if it's really worth it? So that's what we've decided to do. We're so confident that you're going to love this webinar recording that we won't even let you give us a penny until after you've had a chance to see it and decide for yourself if it's as good as we are claiming. I'll explain more about how that's all going to work for you in a minute. But first, I need to let you know who we are and why you should definitely give us a chance to prove this to you. Hi, my name is Kimball Roundy, and along with my business partners, Justin Glover and Brenda Gagne, we have generated more than $4 million on the internet. Now, you'll be able to hear more about their stories in the webinar recording in a minute. But for now, I'm going to take a few minutes to show you what I've been able to do in my business personally since implementing this simple tweak. And on the webinar, I'm going to show you what the tweak is and exactly how I did it. Since I started out online in 2005, I've launched 10 wildly successful products, coaching programs, and technology platforms. Within just 45 days of implementing this tweak, I went from a complete and total failure, being $195,000 in debt, to generating over 30,000 plus leads and over $150,000 in sales. In 2008, I launched a system and it exploded to over 550,000 members in 8 months and pulled in over $1.5 million in products sold. Since then, I've made as much as $40,000 in a single day, as much as $238,000 in a single month, and over $757,000 in less than the first 6 months of last year. And I've grown multiple MLM downlines into the thousands, most notably one with 34,746 people in my downline and another with 68,826 as of earlier today when I took these screenshots. Between these two MLMs alone, I've been paid out more than $585,000 to date over the last few years, and they're still making me more than $100,000 a year. And I built these businesses, I built these downlines while spending less than a total of 40 hours of work to get them set up. And now I spend less than, I kid you not, 10 minutes per month on this part of my business. I literally only log in once a month to these accounts just to see how much my checks are going to be for that month. And on this webinar, I'm going to show you what the tweak is and exactly how I did all of this and much more. On this webinar, you're going to learn the one simple tweak that every industry leader has done in their business, which when done properly always results in 10 times more traffic, leads, and sales in their business. This alone is a $297 value. I'm also going to show you how you can 10 times your results without spending a single penny more on advertising. Or if, like I said before, you're doing free advertising, it will take you 0 extra effort. This one thing alone is easily worth 97 bucks. Now, I'm also going to show you how you can make this simple tweak in less time than you'll spend watching this webinar tonight. I kid you not, you'll be able to implement this tweak literally with as little as 1 to 2 hours of work on your part. This one part of the webinar tomorrow I could easily put together as a product and sell for 497 bucks. Then I'm also going to show you how to do it even if you have 0 technical ability, 0 technical background. You're never going to have to touch a single line of code or deal with hosting, site creation, capture pages, sales pages, or autoresponders. None of the stuff that's been holding you back from your dreams. Again, I could sell this easily, just this one piece, for 297 bucks. In addition, I'm going to show you how my top students and affiliates have implemented this one tweak in their business to make over $100,000 online. This is what you've been missing. And once you know it, there's nothing that can stand in your way from finally getting the results that you've been killing yourself trying to make up to this point. And I can't even put a price tag on this, considering that I've got students and affiliates who have made over $100,000 online. Then I'm also going to reveal to you the most costly mistake that you're likely making right now that is killing your business. Once you quit making this mistake, once you identify and quit making this mistake in your business will skyrocket, potentially even overnight. And just showing you this one mistake and showing you how to avoid it, it's going to make you infinitely more than 97 bucks. Okay. In addition, I'm going to hand you a bonus where I'm going to show you the one mistake that I personally made in my business that kept me failing and turned my life into a living hell for years. When I fixed this mistake, I went from a complete failure to over 30,000 leads and $150,000 in sales in just 3 months. Now, this easily is worth a $997 value. I'm also going to throw in another bonus where I'm going to show you my $238,000 in just 30 days secret. Making this change to my business, when I did this tweak, it allowed me to go from a complete failure, $195,000 in debt, to making as much as $238,000 in just 30 days. In addition, I'm going to hand you another bonus, exactly how I grew my membership site to over 550,000 members in 8 short months. Both of those alone could easily be worth $997. But guess what? You're not going to pay us a penny for full instant access to it in a couple of minutes. So here's how that's going to work for you. Remember when I told you that we're all about results in advance? Well, here's what that means for you today. When you fill in the form below, you'll be granted instant access to the recording. It's actually on the next page. It's the next thing that you're going to see. For $0. We're not going to charge you a penny today. And you'll have a full 72 hours to watch the webinar before we charge you the $97 price tag. At the end of the webinar, after you've soaked up every mind-boggling drop of value, you'll see some buttons that pop up just like this. And you'll get to decide at that moment whether or not the webinar is worth 97 bucks. Either you love the content, which of course you will, and click the yes, or you admit to being crazy and hating money and click no, and we'll part ways, no hard feelings, and zero risk for you. That's it. That's how it's going to work. No strings, no gotchas, no catches. Okay? You get to decide after you've seen the webinar in an honor system. You just tell us after the webinar by clicking one of those buttons if it's worth the 97 bucks. Because quite simply, we don't want your money unless you for sure walk away with 10 times more value from the content of the webinar than we're wanting to charge you for it. There's literally no way for us to make this more risk-free for you. But what we're going to do to actually tilt the scales in your favor is whether or not you decide that the webinar content itself is worth 97 bucks. Even if you click no, we're going to give you access to a couple of bonus trainings. A couple of different trainings that I did are about an hour long for each. The first one of which I reveal to you one secret that I used to generate $180,000 in just 22 days. I literally show you the screenshots when I'm on stage of the money that I made up to that day in the month. Okay, that one easily is worth a $297 value, considering that the people in attendance at that event paid that much, and I had multiple people come up to me after my presentation telling me that just my presentation alone was worth the entire price tag. Okay, the second recording I'm going to show you is me teaching the secrets behind this tweak that I taught at a $5,000 mastermind. And again, likewise, people came up to me and just the content that I taught and provided in this 1 hour, and they told me was worth the entire cost of the mastermind. And so we'll just be conservative and call that one a $997 value. Now, combined total, all of that together is more than $5,000 in value. And again, you get it for $0 today. And you'll have a full 72 hours to watch the webinar recording before we charge you the $97 price tag. It's time for you to take action. Don't miss out. Fill in the form below get charged nothing today, and get to decide after you receive the content, after you have a chance to view it. This is zero risk. You have nothing to lose. You get to decide whether or not this is worth it after you see the results of our presentation. And I'm excited to see you on the next page. Go ahead and fill in the form below, get registered, and we'll take you right to the recording. Thanks, and we'll see you on the other side.